Starting out number one today is operating the tractor with the loader raised up high. There's a lot of reasons you don't want to do this. If you have power lines such as what I'm coming up on right here. Now this is the view that I have sitting in the operator station. I've got a canopy on here. I've got the loader all the way up. My center of gravity is way off, so if I would drop down into let's say an animal burrow or a place that's sunk in the ground, it could easily tip the tractor over and lay it on its side. Now, if you happen to knock one of these electrical lines down, it's probably not going to work out very well for you. This is a very dangerous thing to do. You see a lot of brand new tractor owners doing this. Most of the time they've got a rotary tiller on the back. They think that it's giving them more room that they can see. And we're going to give you a tip here real quick on what you can do to protect your front end loader while it's down. A lot of people don't like running them with them down. And I could easily have hit that power line had it not been higher than what it is. The other problem that you have is when you leave it up like this and you're running down through the woods, your center of gravity is off. Most of the time, if you've got an implement on the back for a counterbalance or a counterweight, and you've got this front end loader way up high in the air like this, one of the things that's going to happen is when you're going through the woods, you're going to end up taking out tree limbs, which could actually end up laying the tractor over on its side or completely damaging the loader itself. And you'll see right here, we're coming into contact with limbs, and this is what happens. You'll end up seeing a lot of brand new tractor owners. This is what they do. They actually think they've got a better view by running their tractors like this, and in reality, they really don't. As you can see, if I come down, I've got my two loader arms, which is blocking visibility to my left, to my right, and up above the tractor. This is not something you want to do. Number one, driving with the loader up. One of the main reasons you're lifting that bucket up is so that you can have more visibility on the front end for what's coming up. What we've done in the commercial industry when we're doing commercial mowing, you can't always have that bucket on there. In fact, it limits a lot of what we do when we have to get up close to fences, rock walls, borders, buildings, etc. like that. What we'll end up doing is we'll end up taking the forks off of our pallet fork and just attaching the backstop. And I'll show you what that looks like. We don't have a bucket sticking out 2 feet in front of the tractor, and we don't have the bucket sticking out the sides of the tractor. It's pretty much flush with the loader. It helps protect the loader, and it gives us plenty of protection as we're mowing in deep weeds. Number two on our list, picking up logs that are several times wider than what our loader is. If you have a catastrophic fail, which is anywhere from $62,000 to $7,000. So you're talking a lot of expense here. You don't want to have to replace that loader. If I can see my front end loader, the two arms flexing while I'm picking up an oversized log like what I've done right here, I'm causing damage to my loader. All of this weight hanging off the two sides of this loader is causing this loader to flex. And I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to show you what happens as it flexes. If you've ever had a piece of wire that you needed to cut in two, but you didn't have a pair of cutters on you, and what you end up doing, we're actually crystallizing this area right here. The same thing happens with the tractor, and this is about the best way that I know to describe it, is what's happening as we're flexing back and forth, and that constant flexing, we may not be doing the damage right this minute or breaking it right this minute, but it adds up over time, and what ends up happening is it eventually ends up breaking. And this is exactly what happens to the loader. We end up with breaks in this area, mainly this area right here. It'll start stressing it out, it'll crystallize as the steel, and it ends up cracking in half. You can do a lot of damage. Cut these things down. They don't need to be any more than about 2 feet out the side. Number three on our list is back dragging. Back dragging it's one of the most damaging things that you can do with your front end loader. It can cost you anywhere from $400 to $600 if you bend these rams. What we're going to do, we're going to lay out a little bit of gravel right here, and I'm going to show you the wrong way to back drag. Most of the time when people do it, they raise the front wheels off the ground and they start pulling backwards. The worst thing that you can do to it. So what you want to do, try to get your bucket in a 45-degree angle. That's going to be pretty close to the same angle as what the bottom or the front part of your loader frame is right there. If you sight that straight down, that's pretty close. Float mode on a tractor, what it does, it puts no pressure down on the ground. Your front tires, they stay firmly planted on the ground. You don't have to worry about losing control, not being able to steering. All you're going to do is you're going to take your joystick and you're going to move that all the way forward into the detent mode, and now your front end loader is floating. And you can pull back on it and back drag. There's no pressure at all on that front end loader, it's floating. Next up is flat facing or dumping the bucket, and that you're looking at about $2,000 in damage. If you damage, you can bend the bucket, you can bend the loader arms, and you can ruin these rams. So you're looking upwards of $2,000 to have this fixed. And now you can see that our rams are fully extended. There's nothing here to protect them. That is about in the weakest state that you can put these front rams in. The bucket is facing flat down on the ground. Like I said, this is normally called dumping the bucket. I call it flat facing. This is extremely destructive. Number 5, if anything goes wrong with this, you could cost you your tractor. It could damage the loader. It could damage the tractor itself if it lays it over on its side and you end up hydrolocking. And a lot of people don't realize this until it's too late. And that's operating the tractor with the front end loader up off the ground higher than what it should be. And what we'll do, we're going to go in, going to get us a bucket full. We've got a pretty good bucket full here. We've actually got the bucket overloaded. We're well over the top of the bucket itself. We've got a nice fill dirt right there, or a driveway base actually is what it is. And we've got a heavy, heavy load. Now, where the accidents come in or where the damage to the loader comes in is operating this. My center of gravity now is way off. You've got a big boy like me sitting up on top of this tractor. You've got that dirt sitting up there that weighs several hundred pounds, and you've got that 500-pound box blade back there that is up off the ground. Now, if I'm traveling with this and one side of my tractor happens to dip down, again, in a low spot, like I said, an animal burrow, if the soil underneath my tractor gives way, my tractor's going over. And if it goes over, it can do a serious amount of damage. Keep it just a few inches off the ground, and now my center of gravity is back down low. I can also drop my box blade back here, and now I have a very, very good center of gravity. My back end is low, my front end is low, I can travel. Now, we still have to be careful that we don't drop off into a ditch or a hole somewhere that's going to send the tractor going over and laying it on its side. If you enjoyed any of the information that we put out today, I would love for you to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment. Even if you just let us know what kind of tractor you're running. Let us know if you made any of the mistakes here. I know I have. Nobody's perfect. Remember, buckle up, ROPS up. The life you save may be yours. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.